Hi there, it's Ron Gula from Gula Tech Adventures. Today I'm going to answer the question, is public Wi-Fi safe? Now, I'm writing this because there was a recent Washington Post article that basically said we don't really need to worry about network security attacks when we're at the coffee shop, at the car dealership, or at the library, because basically the Wi-Fi protocols are pretty secure and every website we go to is protected by SSL and TLS. That's the S in the HTTPS. Well, I wish it was that easy. There's always been botnets that have targeted network devices. So you should really imagine this. You know, when you're sipping your cup of coffee, imagine Russian or Chinese hackers that have complete access to that router that you're surfing the network through. That's not a good, warm feeling. If you have access to something like that, even access to the local network, you can spoof those SSL certificates. I mean, how often have we been at the airport when you connect to the Wi-Fi and your browser gets an unsecure link like that? Most people just click accept because they want to get to their email or get to their social media and whatnot. And it's worse than that. Even if I can't modify your traffic, I can at least view where you're going. If I know you're going to Google or Salesforce or a certain bank, for example, you're vulnerable for phishing. And a lot of people say, okay, great, you know, we know where you surf. But then you look at groups like Lapsus that are out there. Lapsus is a group that is a very, very successful organized set of hackers, and they are predominantly breaking into major accounts through the use of phishing. So this is serious stuff. Now, phishing is the biggest thing you should worry about, but there's also direct attacks. Regardless if you're on Windows or OS X laptops, you can be directly attacked. Now, you might be into video games, you might be into certain types of social chat messaging platforms. Many of these services have local exploits that you can be directly attacked. So in other words, even if I'm sitting next to you in the coffee shop, I might be able to scan the network, see you got some ports open and probe away and possibly do an attack if I've recognized a vulnerability. And you might be thinking, well, hey, maybe my phones and my Surfaces and my Chromebooks are pretty secure. But even these devices have had many 0 days that come and go. A lot of these devices also have very weak Bluetooth security. Bluetooth can be used for fingerprinting. There's been vulnerabilities with them. And if you're in a high-profile government job, if you're sensitively high net worth individual, if you're dealing with a lot of sensitive information, I mean, Bluetooth is a lot of ways that hackers go after people. So what should you do? One, you should always use a VPN that you know about. If you've got a VPN provision from work, use that. If you're buying a privacy VPN, you need to really do some research and make sure it's a reputable VPN. You need to make sure your system's fully patched. That's going to cover exploits against client-side systems you use and video games and whatnot. You also need to make sure that you're running a firewall. And then lastly, you need to disable Bluetooth. I hope you found this video very exciting and useful. If you like this, please subscribe to us here at YouTube or come visit us over at gula.tech or follow us on LinkedIn. I'm Ron Gula. Stay safe when you're drinking that coffee at the coffee shop.